My name is Lan Chang. I am a qualified lawyer from Singapore. I have recently passed the QLTS assessments. I am also a qualified solicitor in England and Wales. I obtained my LLB from the National University of Singapore in 2009, and I was admitted as an advocate and solicitor of the Supreme Court of Singapore in 2010. Subsequently, I worked for about a year and 2 months in the commercial litigation department of Allen and Gledhill. And in 2013, I obtained an LLM in human rights law from the London School of Economics, and I'm currently doing a PhD in law at the University of Cambridge. I wanted to take the QLTS because I had some plans to work as a solicitor in London and in the UK more generally. And I thought that being English qualified would enhance my CV and make me more attractive to prospective employers. I wanted to take a preparation course because I wanted to be fully prepared for the assessments, and I didn't want to be surprised by anything when I went for the assessments. And obviously, I also wanted to pass it on the first try. And so to achieve these objectives, I decided to sign up with a preparation course. And I decided with the QLTS School in the end because I thought the website looked very professional. And I liked the idea of being able to study remotely with access to a tutor, via Skype and email, because I was not fixed living in one place at a time. So I thought it would be helpful to be able to study remotely. And I was also very impressed by the fact that the administrators of the school were very responsive to emails. I had a very good experience studying with the QLTS School. The online MCT questions were very helpful because they let me practice the MCT questions over and over again. And the key to passing these kind of assessments is to do it over and over again. So that was very helpful for me. I also had a very good tutor who answered my questions very, very quickly and was very responsive. And she was also very proactive in setting up the first meeting with me on Skype after I registered as a student. There were two things that I found very beneficial about QLTS School. The first thing was the MCT bank, which contained so many multiple questions, so many multiple choice questions, such that I could practice them over and over again and be really well prepared for the MCT assessment. And the second thing was my tutor, who gave me very useful feedback when I was preparing for the OSCE. She was responsive and very helpful in the comments and giving me tips on what I could improve on. When I was preparing for the MCT, I was doing an internship at the International Criminal Tribunal for the former Yugoslavia. So I could only study maybe 2 hours on weekday evenings and at least 4 hours on the weekends. And when I was studying for the OSCE, I was also applying for a PhD at the same time. So I had to juggle that and studying for the OSCE. So I definitely had to study a few hours every day for both assessments. I took advantage of the QLTS School's online MCT bank. I did practice questions over and over again. And so when I went for the MCT assessments, I felt very confident and well prepared. As for the OSCE, I did a lot of practice questions and practice tests with my tutor. And I took her feedback on board. And because of that, I also felt very well prepared and confident when I went for the assessment proper. I think it is necessary to take a preparation course for the QLTS, especially for the MCT, because there are so many questions and so much information to digest. So I found the online MCT bank of the QLTS School especially helpful because it let me practice the questions over and over again, which I think is the key to passing such assessments. So I would definitely recommend anyone who wants to take the QLTS to sign up with a course provider. My advice for anyone who wants to take the QLTS is to sign up with a course provider like QLTS School because it's a very good source of information and resources and help because there is really a lot of things to cover to be successful at the QLTS assessments. And I would say anyone who wants to take this assessment should at least prepare 4 months in advance, especially if you're not from a common law jurisdiction. I would recommend the QLTS to anyone who's interested in working in the United Kingdom and who's interested in a transnational legal career, because being qualified in more than one jurisdiction definitely helps you to make the transition from your home jurisdiction to another jurisdiction. In this globalized day and age, I think of the modern lawyer as somebody who's fluent in more than one language, who's familiar with the laws of more than one jurisdiction, and who is sensitive to different cultural backgrounds. And so to be an effective modern lawyer, this lawyer needs to be adaptable to his client's different needs and to be sensitive to his client's different cultural backgrounds.